Warning. The following podcast had sex with your dad last night. Think about that. This is Crudimentary Questions with your hosts, Sandy and Jill.
Hey, Sandy.
Hey, Jill.
So, do you remember the first time you saw an erect penis?
I knew that was the question I was going to ask you.
Damn.
Yeah.
We're psychic.
No, I think we just, that's kind of the go-to. Like,
I want to know.
Let's start at the very beginning, a very good place to start. And it's, when did you see an erect penis? And I feel like my answer is at least twofold.
Yes.
Not
a foreskin fold.
Yeah, not a foreskin fold.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, it's okay. It's okay. So I was, this always comes up because we talk about, these naughty subjects, but I was raised just super duper conservative. And that means a lot of restrictions around what we know about sex and sexuality. And so I was given, I just didn't have a very complex or in-depth sex education. And so I didn't know what an erect penis was. I just sort of thought I knew there was like a dong, but it just
So the first time you saw one, you didn't know what it was?
Well, no. I sort of, you end up gleaning a lot of information from your peers. I finally was sent to school. It was a little Christian school when I was in 7th grade. And so by the time I was in 9th grade, because it was, pre-K to 12, I had a biology teacher who was a Christian but wasn't shy about sexuality. And it became everybody's favorite class because we could actually ask questions that our parents hadn't told us about. And it's a Christian school, so they don't do sex education. And so I remember she showed a video of an infrared penis.
Infrared?
Like, okay, so it's a picture a flaccid dick, right?
And it just shows
but
the heat
it's
spots?
showing the heat spots because it shows the blood flow.
Ooh,
right?
Just like the whole thing.
Yeah, and so as we watch this class just like completely wrapped, like watching this video.
9th grade?
This is like 9th or 10th grade.
Okay.
We watched the infrared image of this flaccid penis go erect as it filled with blood. It was amazing.
That sounds beautiful.
It does sound beautiful. I bet I could find that on the internet. I mean, how do you search for that and not end up with just all the porn?
I think it's a dangerous search, but it might be worth it.
It could be worth it.
Could be worth it.
But yeah, so that was the first time I came into any kind of contact with an erect penis.
And just to be clear, you weren't in contact.
I was not in contact. I was
Your
watching.
eyeballs
Yeah,
were.
I was watching a video,
Okay.
and then media, I would start hearing about, as you start seeing movies, guys talk about being hard, but I didn't understand the difference between a hard-on and an erection. I somehow thought those were two different, phases. And then finally, when I was about 21, a guy I was seeing casually came to visit me at college, and, we were we were always trying to oh my God, we have to stay virgins until married, but we wanted to fuck so bad. And he had snuggled into bed with me, and I looked down and I could see the little boop,
poking through
the head.
pants?
Yeah, the head.
Ah, classic.
And it was just this
he was trying to pin it down.
it was tucked up
The
into the waistband
waistband.
of his
Good
PJ
strategy.
pants. But I mean, it was he had a big old erection, and I was terrified and excited, and because I was I did that.
You caused this.
I caused this. And the funny thing was, it was definitely not the first time I'd caused an erection. It was the first time I knew about it for sure. So it was great.
Wow.
It was a great time. I
Wow.
also then cried and prayed to Jesus to forgive me, and felt terrible about myself for a couple years.
Wow. There's nothing quite like guilt
Mm-hmm.
for being a human.
Yeah, and
There's nothing quite like that.
And being a woman who turned a man on, and so his dick got hard, and I saw it.
And
How
because
dare I.
you're to blame for that, by the way.
Yeah, well,
It's all your fault, Sandy.
I was touching him and making out with him,
But can't I just I don't know this. Well, I kind of do. Can a boy just get a random boner
Oh,
during
yeah.
the day, like for no reason?
No,
Like
they
he's
do.
just doing like multiplication problems, and for some reason,
No, it's a standard issue middle school and high school probably problem. I just didn't really know about it until I was older because
Right.
we didn't talk about that kind of thing.
sure. Well, the first time I saw an erect penis was pretty monumental because
was it monumental?
yeah.
How big?
Okay. Well, let me preface this whole story because it's ridiculous.
Mhm.
Okay, so I don't know what year this was, but it was the year that AOL came out.
So it's like wow, it's like 1995.
Yeah, I was really little.
Okay.
I was little,
Okay.
like teeny tiny baby.
Mhm.
I was lying on the internet and told everyone that I was 13,
Wow.
and I was not.
Yeah, and you're like
I
13 is
I thought 13 was
grown up. Yeah.
grown up. I probably was 11.
Yeah.
But we got AOL,
Mhm.
which, by the way, I was 11. I didn't get, I don't know. Is it? I don't know. Okay, so I got random instant messages
Right.
of penis pictures,
Wow. Yeah.
and I wasn't looking for them.
Yeah.
They popped up on my screen.
Yeah, it's because you were getting messages.
Yeah. And I wasn't asking for them.
Mhm. You were not soliciting dick pics.
I wasn't in a message board and being preyed upon.
Mhm.
Or maybe I was.
What was your username?
Okay, it's a little embarrassing.
Everybody's AOL username is embarrassing.
It was Sugar Ray 5.
Yeah, I mean
That's embarrassing,
that's
right?
that's pretty bad.
It's bad.
But I would say they're like these people sending dick pics are probably like Sugar sounds like a girl, Ray sounds like a boy, but it's a band with a cute lead singer, probably a girl, and so they just click it and send that dick pic.
Yeah, it was also different letters. Capitalized, lowercase,
Yeah,
capitalized, like a ransom note.
Mhm.
I thought that was very unique and creative.
Everybody thought it was cool.
Everyone thought it was cool. But so the first one, it took a while to load. I remember the photo came in real high resolution.
Yeah.
And it came in, and I think this one was the first. There might have been one before this. I don't remember. I blocked all of it out. It was terrible.
No, it's okay, but I'm just imagining your tiny little baby self with cute little like white blonde hair slowly watching this image.
Oh, what's this image that this person sent me?
Oh, somebody sent me a picture?
That's cool that you can do that.
Yeah,
Sure.
absolutely.
You've got mail.
Yeah.
And it slowly loaded. And the first thing I saw was a woman's face, actually. And then I found out that she had stuff all over her face.
Oh, what was that stuff?
It was like, cum.
Yeah. But I love it. You're 11, so you're just like, she's a messy eater eating the clam chowder.
I didn't know.
Why is she so messy?
I thought it was some sort of sticky water or something. I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
Or honey, maybe? I don't know.
Sticky water.
And then the tip of it.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
And it is the girth of, let's just say a PCV pipe. There's different shapes of that. How do I describe
Okay, so
this
that
size?
that is like the size of a grapefruit.
It's like, yeah, it's grapefruit size width.
Yes, I got it. Oh.
It was like a hoagie. As it's going down, it's like a $5 foot long Subway sandwich.
Except it's a dick.
Except it's a penis.
Yeah.
And I freaked out.
Oh, yeah.
Because the dude is just an average. Obviously, it was photoshopped
Yes,
before I knew that was a thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Penises, I don't think, can be that big.
We are going to get some responses to that.
Okay. That's
So,
fine.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some people that might have abnormal.
Yeah, and again,
sized.
looking up the world's biggest penis is not
No, I don't.
like a search
I don't
want
wanna
to
do that.
really want to make. Yeah.
No, I'm going to turn moderate safe search on.
Yeah.
That search.
Though it is, if you could just not have images, I would like to know like length and and width and all that. I would be interested to know that.
Yeah.
But not really interested to see it unless I was totally prepared for it.
Exactly. So I freaked out at this photo because I'd never seen an erect penis.
Yeah.
Well, I'd seen diagrams of an erect
Yeah.
penis, but I'd never seen
The member in
A
person.
thing. And this was a porno
Yeah,
photo.
obviously.
So I did what any girl in that age with an older sister would do, and I ran into her room and I said, please come here. I need to know what is happening.
Why is this here?
The world has opened up to me.
Yeah. Oh,
And I demand knowledge.
Yeah. Your innocence shattered in one dick pic.
Yeah. And I brought her in and she immediately bust out laughing. And I was just asking her questions the whole time. I said, so why is that big? Why how does he fit it in his pants?
Yeah.
Like normally. Does it go down one leg? I thought that was just his permanent state of being.
Oh, you were like, oh, it never goes down.
I didn't realize that it was a thing that would go. I thought, I was like, okay, so when it goes down, does he roll it up?
Does he roll it up?
Like
like
a fruit roll up?
Like a fruit roll
or
up.
like a bubble tape?
Yeah, or I would think, kind of like a, you know how you have to put away a guitar chord? You just kind of have to like spin it until all the kinks are.
Does it coil like a pig's tail?
Yeah, does it coil like a pig's tail? Just a lot of stuff.
I had so many questions, and
Well,
she didn't answer any of them.
She's just laughing.
Just laughing. Never answered them for me.
Well, this actually is. You know what? I don't want you to send our Twitter dick pics, right? Can you even do that on Twitter? But
yeah.
I will say
Please don't.
if you are a well-endowed man, can you maybe give us some insight into, because every guy I know, if I ask, they're like, I'm pretty average,
Right.
Nobody is bigger than like 8 or 9 inches that I personally know, unless they just haven't told me.
Yeah, the average size penis is actually 5.5.
Yeah, it's like 5.5 or 6.
5.5 inches. In case anyone wanted to know. The more you know.
The more you ding. Little star.
I wonder if that goes up the taller we get. I mean, wasn't the average height different?
No, I don't think penis size is relative to height. I think
that's not what I'm saying.
Okay,
but I'm saying that we as human species are getting taller.
Oh, do you think dicks are getting bigger too?
Do you think maybe? I don't know.
But here's the thing. I bet men have been exaggerating the size of their penises forever.
Well, I wonder if there is even an evolutionary purpose for a big dick. Can we posit that maybe it doesn't matter? Like,
I think it doesn't matter.
You can still procreate.
Yeah.
No matter what size your penis.
Yeah, I mean,
unless it's so small that it won't get in there.
Yeah, but for the most part, I don't think that's really. Man, we
Which
have
would be
we have
sad.
so much research to do. Here we are thinking we're like all sophisticated. We're so naive about dicks, like because micropenis is a condition.
Micropenis.
But I don't know.
I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, what is the biggest micropenis, and can they get it in?
Is a micropenis? Does it go inward? Is it like an innie?
I don't think it's an innie dick. I don't think that's how it works. I think it's just. Oh, we're gonna have to Google so much shit. Oh man. Because I just really feel like it's just a teeny tiny little penis.
We should but maybe a micropenis is that when it's soft, but when it's hard, it's actually not too bad.
Well, what is the highest level? When does a micropenis start? You know what I mean? Like, is it like 3 inches and less? There's got to be because it's a medical term.
It's a medical thing.
So there's got to be an anatomy or some medical textbook somewhere like the parameters of a micropenis.
I just want to be very careful that we're not shaming the micropenis.
No, I'm not. I'm not
community.
shaming them. I am genuinely curious how they go about their.
What is the definition?
Yeah, what's the definition? How has it affected you? How do you go about your life?
I think that could be our internet question.
Well, how big is a micropenis erection?
We can ask that.
Okay.
On the internet.
Okay.
And I think we should.
Okay,
Okay.
all right.
Good.
Maybe we'll show the producer the page before we see it, just so that he'll be a little.
I think we'll stick to articles. No Google image search.
I know, but sometimes.
But do you want to see it? Mm-hmm. I don't know, Sandy.
I don't know. Well, we'll decide. I don't have to decide right now. Okay, is that fair?
That's fair.
Okay, I'll let the micropenis image marinate a bit before I decide if I'm gonna look at it. But anyway, okay. So you asked your sister, and she just laughed and laughed and laughed.
And after that first shock, which by the way, the worst thing that you can do to a child of that age is show them an erect picture of an erect
Yeah.
penis that is maybe 20 times the size of a actual one.
Yeah.
Because I became horrified of
Oh,
the
yeah.
idea.
You're like, I'm gonna have to like do stuff with that.
Like, I don't know. It was my relief
Mhm.
to learn that it's way, way smaller.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was probably, I'm probably one of the only women who are like, oh gosh, thank you.
Oh no,
Thank
not at all. I seriously, like, we'll get to our porn episode, but I prefer girl on girl porn because I do not like looking at those like unrealistic monster dongs.
Oh,
in
the
straight
porno
porn.
dongs?
Yeah.
The porno dongs are just monstrous.
Yeah,
and
it's
they're
just-
not real looking.
Yeah, like in
even.
practice, I enjoy a good fat erection, but like not the 13-inch things, and nothing against a guy who's got who has an erection that gets that big. It's just I just feel like it's so distracting to me.
Yes.
To all the other elements of like the sex happening, because it's like I want to concentrate on like the pleasure and all of that, and instead I'm just like, oh my gosh,
Well, and they're too
penis is
cleaned
scary.
up too in a porno. They're
Oh,
like
yeah.
really, really
shaved.
and clean and almost waxed.
They're
even.
the
Probably
women usually are waxed.
And they just look like if Ken Barbie had a penis. They look very plastic.
Yes,
almost.
yes, they're those are some polished dongs right there, and I
Polished.
like a clean dick, but
I mean, yeah, that's not what I mean by
I think
clean.
both of us, I think, just appreciate the humanity and realness of
Yeah.
your experiences with erections. You just want,
Yeah. I think women are more about feeling than visuals.
oh yeah,
Possibly.
yeah. I think that's. I mean, I definitely get nice and
And I mean, come on, let's be honest. Dicks are funny.
they're hilarious.
They're hilarious.
They are great to draw,
They're easy to draw.
easy to draw.
2 circles.
Yeah, and then
one like
yeah, and
upside
so
down U.
many things look like a dick.
little torpedo at the end.
Yeah, that Jill and I recently went out to a big birthday dinner with some friends.
Oh, jeez.
And so we were at the Olive Garden. Oh, fancy. And they had to push.
It's our favorite place.
We love the Olive Garden. And they had to push 2 tables together. And one of them was like a long rectangle. And the other one at the end was a circle. And so Jill and I were sitting at the scrotum.
Yes.
And so we're like, he the whole time. Of course, our friends have kids. So
There were
we're
children there.
So we're just trying like to be discreet about this. But of course, everybody notices it and has a good chuckle. And it's just this universal thing. Like, oh my God, dicks are so funny.
Yeah. So I think that might be part of it. But I think that after the shock of that, I was relieved, but also kind of just grossed out at finding out all the other types of penises out there, because I got a lot of photos on the internet from people. One of which looked like someone's dog's penis.
Oh no,
because it was just so much hair.
Oh God,
Just a bush of just a jungle of pubes.
Well, and you still,
I just,
especially when you're like 11, I did not have pubic hair at 11.
oh, I didn't either.
Yeah,
So I was confused about the
Like,
hairy dick.
I knew that that pubic hair was the thing. I did know about that, but it's so unsettling. I mean, you saw it when you were young. I did not. I don't know why that happened. I don't know why I didn't get.
Probably you didn't have the internet.
No, I had the internet. We did have the internet. We had it later, I guess. And I don't know if my parents put on a parental like blocking thing because they didn't know how to do anything on the computer.
It's possible that maybe there was an AOL for kids or something. Who knows?
I don't know. I ended up on some chat. I ended up just talking about, like, I ended up on the chat boards for like bands and music and stuff. And
Sure.
for some reason, I was spared getting random dick pics. But it's amazing to me that
What was your screen name?
it was.
Oh yeah.
Mine was cool. I mean, I thought it was cool. Nobody knew what it meant, but it was FNDR Strat like 29.
Fender Strat.
Fender Strat guitar. It was
Very
a guitar,
cool.
which is also probably like people would just think I was a boy.
It sounds like a 30-year-old man's screen name.
It absolutely does. And
Yeah.
I was, we got the internet, I think, when I was 14. But anyway, just how naive we all were back then when we're like, oh, I'll just go on the internet. No one's going to send me their penis, And it's like, obviously, that's the first thing they're going to do.
I had no idea.
The first urge of humanity is like, I gotta show you my dick. You want to see my dick? You want to see my dick? Here it is.
It is a strange compulsion to just want to take a picture down there.
I mean, I understand wanting to take a picture. I do understand that.
Okay.
I understand if you're sexting with your partner, sending that picture. I do not understand the unsolicited randomness. And I think people have been saying that for like 20 years. They're like, why are you doing this? And now it's just kind of almost a joke.
Right. Well, but I think that some men do take it seriously. They're thinking in their head, I want this person, or maybe everyone, to see how awesome this is.
My erect cock is just fantastic.
I would
and-
just like everyone to applaud.
Yeah, just stand around and that would be very funny if you were with a partner and you had like consent and everything. You send them a picture of your big cock and then you just send back the clapping emojis.
Oh my gosh.
Wouldn't that be fun and
Terrible.
cute?
or what if it was just, an underground art show of dick pics,
Oh my.
but the procurer of that art show is a woman
Oh yeah.
who received them.
Oh yeah. So this is just like
And so this is her way of shaming.
I think there might
Or
be
maybe
some,
not.
There
I
might be
don't
some
know.
problems in that because I'm sure the dudes are, even though it's a total violation of her I don't know if it's privacy or humanity or dignity to send an unsolicited dick pic, but they would also probably object to having them hung up in an art gallery.
I think that they would oh, my mom is calling.
Sorry, Mom, I've got to talk about dicks.
Yeah. Turning it off cuz she may call me back.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mom.
That's right. So have you ever had trouble like getting an erection?
Oh, I
I know.
processed
That's
that
why I
incorrectly.
phrased it that way.
Contributing
Yeah,
to an
getting-
erection.
Yeah, getting the erection to happen in a timely manner.
I had a funny joke that I used to tell. I forget. It was with one of my friends, like a group of girlfriends, and they were showing a flaccid,
Oh yeah, sure.
like a diagram of a flaccid. Oh, it was the sex book. I was showing them the sex book,
the
and there
sex
was a
book, yeah, okay.
page. It was like flaccid and hard, and I made the joke of, I've never seen a flaccid penis in real life.
That is funny. Good work.
But I'm what is it? 10 years married now.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just the dick is too tired,
Yeah, you gotta respect the sleepy dick.
and sometimes
Sometimes the dick is cranky in the morning.
it's cranky in the and water can be an issue sometimes.
Yeah.
Cold water is not a
Oh yeah.
good situation. You need warm water.
That would be a fun game though. At least for me, not for them. Like soak it in ice and then see how long it takes to get it hard.
It's pretty much broken.
Yeah, you just don't do that. Please don't do that. Like all the dudes listening, just like, oh god.
And I think that I think that the balls shrivel up too,
Yeah,
and the whole thing just looks super small.
yeah. It's just a little nib at that point.
I don't know, but I'm not sure because
You know what else I heard? Well, this was told to me by a guy I dated, and he was a soccer player.
Yes.
And he said that when he was like really in the midst of like a soccer game, like running around and being athletic, that his dick would get like super. It would pull up into his body almost like to protect him, and it would become like the smallest it ever was. And he said one time a soccer ball like hit him directly on the head of his tiny little dick.
Sucked in penis.
And he said he threw up.
Oh my God.
Nothing had ever hurt that bad.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sounds terrible.
Well, I learned that there is a pocket
What?
that the balls can actually fit in. Okay, anatomy lesson is not very good here.
Yeah.
But I learned this from, watching
Grey's Anatomy?
Yes. Watching Grey's Anatomy. ER.
Yeah.
No. Watching RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh, okay.
And they tuck
Of course, they do a little
penis
tuck. Okay, yeah.
back. But the balls themselves have like a little pocket they could go in. I might have that wrong.
It's okay. I think I've got some research to do when I get home.
Yeah, there's a lot of internet
Honey,
questions we
drop
could
them
get into
pants.
here.
Yeah, we gotta. I want to find your pocket. I want to find your.
How do you tuck?
Yeah.
How big is a micropenis? We've got a lot to do.
Yeah, we've got a lot of work.
We've got a lot of work ahead of us. Well, I think that should lead us to our next section. Don't
All
you?
right, we are gonna Google some tiny little dicks. All right, be right back.
I'll be right back.
Hey guys, do you have a fantasy about like being in charge or being in power? Well, let me tell you, you can fulfill that fantasy quite easily by advising myself and Jill what sort of topics we should cover for future podcasts.
Yes, this is your chance to boss us around.
Oh, please. Oh my God, give it to me.
Okay, Sandy, calm down. Jesus Christ. But seriously, we are on all the social medias that you can fathom except
Snapchat.
Snapchat.
We don't know what it is.
We're not on MySpace, and we're not on LinkedIn.
LinkedIn, not on LinkedIn. So yeah, hit us up. Crudimentary Q's on the IFT.
IFT.
And stay crude, my dudes. And let's get back to the show.
Woo.
We're back.
Yay, we are going to, well, I have
Jill
researched the internet for micropenis definitions.
Yes, Jill has spared me. I feel terrible. I should have been over here also looking stuff up, but
It's fine. I want your reaction to these.
Sure.
So there are a lot of worried men
oh,
on Yahoo Answers asking if they indeed have
Yeah.
a micropenis. And this is the most like kind of encouraging answer that I
well,
found,
that's nice.
which I like.
Mm-hmm.
So this person asks, I was reading about what a micropenis is, and I'm not sure if I have one. I'm 4.5 inches in length and 4.3 inches in girth. Does this classify as a micropenis? Yeah, 4.5 inches. Hard. I'm just going to read this.
Yeah.
Don't worry, man. It's slightly below average if you're from the UK, US, Europe, based on studies. But in some other parts of the world, that's above average.
Where? He doesn't know.
He didn't mention.
Yeah.
So no, not a micropenis by any means. All this fuss is made about having a big one, but in fact, it can hurt women. Some prefer bigger, some prefer smaller, because a bigger one would be really uncomfortable for some women, and they'd be glad of your size. If you're enthusiastic in bed, that's what women care about, that you satisfy them. You don't need a big penis to be able to do that. I've thought about that. You know, like a lot of masturbating toys are egg-shaped.
Oh yeah, huh? Yeah.
Makes you think.
No,
It could be a little egg.
Yeah, you can do a
Could be
lot.
fine.
I'm sure you can. I have personally never been with anyone
Mhm.
with a penis that small, but
Sure.
you know, I'm sure you know you can get the job done.
Yeah.
And yeah, being enthusiastic in a
It's all about a women's preference, too.
yeah.
All right. So a brief history for you.
Oh, I get it. Oh, I get the history.
I love
lesson.
this. This is great. In ancient Greece, it was considered laughable to have a large penis and a source of amusement to have a big one. But what I'm getting at is it's just what society at a time decides is right. Don't worry about it. Also, nearly all guys lie about their size, so don't believe idiots who might make fun of you. So nice.
That is very sweet. That is very encouraging. I would like to say that big dicks are still funny.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think I could have the heart to make fun of a guy for having a small dick, just because I know like society has put that like expectation
Right.
of like the size of it being some indication of their masculinity,
Right.
when it's just not. So yeah, I don't think I'd make fun of someone for having a really small dick, but I do feel like he included 4.3. That 0.3 is just like you're just taking every tiny little bit of like measurement you can.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think it's just, as with everything, you just need to like be happy with yourself and do
Right.
the best you can with what you've got.
Absolutely.
You can also probably get some kind of surgery too.
If you want. So you wanted to know what a micropenis actually was.
Yeah, how big is or how not big?
Okay, so I found that. Okay, micropenis is a medical term that describes an unusually small penis. A common criterion is a dorsal, measured on top, erect penile length of at least 2.5 standard deviations smaller than the mean penis size. The condition is usually recognized shortly after birth. The term is most often used medically when the rest of the penis, the scrotum, and the perineum is without ambiguity, such as what? I'm sorry.
This is confusing. I want inches.
I'm confused.
Give me these goddamn
Yeah,
inches.
I thought 2.5 was it, but they're
Yeah.
saying 2.5 smaller.
I feel like it's like sort of like in relative. It's relative to something, but what? Oh God! I'm such an idiot, Jill. I don't
What?
know what a perineum is.
Perineum? A perineum.
Is that the taint?
It might be the. Is it? I think. Is that the taint? Yeah, the area between the anus and the scrotum.
Yeah, that's the taint.
Or
Yeah.
vulva if you're a woman.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's the taint.
Okay.
We can all agree.
We have a taint too.
The perineum. Yeah.
Yeah.
It said or vulva.
Okay.
Yeah. So, okay, that was a very confusing definition.
Yeah.
I am going to go to Wikipedia now because, the Yahoo Answers didn't answer
Yeah. No.
very well. Okay, unfortunately, that definition was from the Wikipedia page.
Right.
Someone had copied and pasted. Oh, dear God.
Oh, there's a picture.
Yep.
Yay! Oh, baby! oh, look at that little nub. No, guys, it's...
You know what? It's really true. A picture is really worth 1,000 words.
I totally understand.
Need to read. I don't even need to read anymore.
I understand.
I get it now.
What it is.
I know what it is now.
Okay, so not that you have to... I can hold your phone and try to find out if they what the procreation limitations are or are not.
Okay, you think there's a procreation
I'm just
limitation?
curious because that little friend, I don't think that would get in my body.
I'm never Wikipediaing any. Yahoo Answers is safe because there are no images, and that is why I will never do that again.
Okay. Of the abnormal conditions associated with micropenis, most are conditions of reduced...
It's terrible. It's terribly written.
Yeah.
Someone did not care enough about the micropenis to define it well, and I am upset about it.
See, I'm really just trying to scan. Oh God.
Freudian slip.
Yeah, this article, just because I do want to find out. Like, I'm not trying to make fun of people with a micropenis. I'm really not.
I am not either. However, it is a situation where I was not prepared to see a photo of just a dick in general.
Yeah.
Abnormal. It is an abnormal situation that
Okay.
people may find themselves in.
I can't find any information about it being... There's a lot of medical terms and I don't know what they mean, but I can't find any information about...
I think we can move on from this.
Yeah.
There was another thing we were going to search. Do you recall? Something about erections. Was it ice water?
I don't think so.
The tuck.
Yeah.
That's not really about erections, is it?
No, it's not. But
No.
I'm very curious to know if there's a
How?
we were gonna maybe try to look up that video I saw of the infrared penis. God, I don't even know what you'd Google for that, but
Yeah. Gently, okay, to get started on a tuck, lie on your back and gently push your testes up into your body.
they go up in. I've just never tried to do this before.
Stop if you feel pain and readjust until the pain stops. Then wrap your empty scrotum around your penis.
What?
Wrap several layers of medical or duct tape around your penis to secure your scrotum in place. Finally, tuck your penis backward towards your buttocks and tape it down with a piece of tape. When you're finished, put on tight-fitting underwear to hold everything in place.
Wow. It's like, I guess, all a lot like stretchier than I thought it would be.
What if a drag queen got an erection and that was all tied up in there? Does that... I don't know what that does. Do they have to suppress? Can you suppress? Oh, that could be a good ask a guy question. Can you suppress or control
Can you
an
talk
erection?
yourself out of an erection?
And what do you think about?
You know, we haven't called it a boner yet this episode. It's so funny to me. How have we actually avoided that word?
Because technically there isn't a bone in it.
Oh, but everybody knows what it means. Yeah.
Oh, I know, but it's just funny that because it does feel like there would be,
It's
you know,
when it's
a skeletal structure
real
inside of
real
it.
good and hard, you know.
Because what other part of the body does that?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not cartilage.
Well, the
either.
clitoris gets really hard, but it's even then it's still squishy.
Well, penises are also a little.
It's basically the same organ. It's just when you develop either female or male, like one gets the penis,
really?
the other gets the clitoris. Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
And scrotum or balls, testes.
They're ovaries.
They're ovaries.
Yeah.
So it's very similar.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever been like fucking and you're bouncing around and like he wants to switch positions and you think, what if I bend his dick?
Oh, okay. So yes, and I get really nervous about switching positions and keeping it all together.
Uh-huh.
If you know what I mean?
Yes, I do. Well,
Staying connected.
because the dick can slip out.
Switching positions.
Yeah.
I feel a little like, no, let's get apart
Yes.
first.
Yeah, let's
And then decide
detach.
where we're going to go
Yeah.
from here.
Which is probably safer
Because you can.
and easier.
By the way, you can.
I know.
You can break it.
Oh, you can break the dick.
You can break it. And it hurts, I'm sure.
Yeah, I
got
would.
to.
I do seriously have. I have a fear of breaking his dick. I have a fear of it like bending, because it doesn't look like it's got a lot of, you know, it can't go that far back.
Right.
And I've never tried to hurt a boner before. I've never tried to do damage.
I don't think you should ever try.
No,
to do that.
I am anti boner damage. I think I'm very firmly in that. You know, I'm pro boner. Treat it nice, treat it well. But I don't. Yeah, so it does scare me sometimes, especially if it's like going from like laying down to sitting up, which my
You have to
partner
be
does.
very careful about going too fast.
Yes.
Too many extremes.
Yeah.
Not like going up and down too fast, like going from one position to the next too quickly.
Yeah.
You got to be careful there. And leaning back if you're on top.
Yeah.
Leaning back isn't so bad, I don't think.
I mean, usually
I
they
think
can
they're more
take it.
pliable than you really.
I mean, we put them through a lot. I think I am afraid that because that's not a thing I have to deal with, that I am unaware of like
Well,
the
has
potential.
he ever hurt you on accident?
No, I don't think so. I mean, not in.
Sometimes my boobs are too tender to be touched.
Oh, that's my favorite. But no. They're it's like getting. Sometimes it is like a bit like getting tickled, but it's nice. It's just like don't do that. Oh, stop. Oh no. But it's like it's a good thing. It's a good thing. But
It's all about communication.
It
If
is
he's
about
like too far, too much. Sorry,
Yeah.
stop. Then just stop.
yeah.
All you got to
It's-
do is stop.
But man, that micro penis, man, it was a
Little button.
it was a button.
It's like a button that you know that like red button that's in a room
that's like
all
don't
by
push
itself.
the red button.
Don't push the. It's like kind of want to.
Guys,
push
it was
it.
serious. If you don't want to look this up, and again, these are human beings, and they deserve
They do
dignity
not deserve to be ridiculed.
and no ridicule or anything. But if you don't want to look it up, it is literally like a ball sack with that little red button on it, like just kind of
little.
round little knuckle.
It's
It's like if somebody had like a balloon, you know, and they had it look like balls, and then like you from the inside of the balloon.
I feel like we're going to
just
get a lot of hate mail
put a
for some
knuckle
micropenis
there.
people. We're going to get so much hate mail.
There's got to be like a support group out there.
There probably is, and we're just,
I'm not trying to be insensitive at all. This is a thing. Just like you just kind of don't necessarily know about. I'm sure there's plenty of fucked up vagina stuff.
Oh, there is.
I could have fucked up vagina stuff. I don't even know.
Yeah, I mean, human bodies are just weird.
Yeah.
I think we should celebrate the weirdness.
Mm-hmm.
I think everyone should just own up to the weirdness.
Yeah.
But I think that was a sufficient description of what the picture represents of the micropenis.
Yeah. That's
how I feel.
It was micro.
It was.
Which is actually probably kind of a relief for guys with the guy with the 4.5 dick. You're like, oh no, you're not.
And I just want to specify that I think that picture was of a soft one.
I truly can't imagine what it would look like. Yeah, hard.
I don't want to.
Yeah,
look that up. Not because it's a micropenis, just because it is
a person's
a penis.
Yeah.
Who was willing to put their picture on Wikipedia, by the way?
Well, it's not like they're like, this is Henry James from, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It's like...
this is the pastor of your community church.
Yeah, oh God.
He's just like, for scientific purposes.
Yeah, no, but that was probably a medical study picture.
Right.
Like, I mean, they have to get pictures for, like, textbooks.
I would never want to be that person. I mean, I know maybe they got paid like a lot.
I mean, I'm sure they're like, you get to be in the study. No, we won't show your face. I mean, you'd never be able to identify that dude out in the world.
Do you think that's what they mean when they're like, are you willing to donate your body to science when you die? Is like, you're gonna get on Wikipedia?
I mean, maybe.
Is that a possibility?
There are so many questions.
I want to retract my decision.
Yeah.
I thought my organs would just end up in jars in a museum. I did not realize that there could be pictures of my taint online.
Yeah. And it turns out you got the weirdest taint in the world.
Turns out my taint's like strange.
Yeah, or it's really long. It's always normal to you.
A long taint? Is that a thing?
I have no idea. All right. Well, we have some questions for at least one lucky fella in our lives.
What were we going to ask him?
We're going to ask him if he can control an erection, but can he
control the erection?
I also want to know about like his first erection. I want to know about like how he deals with it. If it's,
I don't think we should ask him how big his erection is.
No.
Let's not put that on.
No,
the
I'm
man
not. I'm not
to be
do that.
judged.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all, depending on who we call, if they just tell us.
That's true. If he willingly offers that information,
then I'm like, okay,
leech it out.
Good to know. But yeah, I'm not gonna try. We're not gonna be judgmental here. But I want to know, like these experiences of like, I've obviously asked my husband, but like, everybody's got a different, slightly different life experience. And
yeah, because if you have to pee when you have an erection,
you haven't seen that? It's hilarious.
Does it go up?
It goes up and over.
Like a water fountain?
Yeah, he has to,
Fountain?
at least my partner kind of almost straddles the toilet and
has to like make it go down.
It just kind of, by then it's going down anyway.
Okay, so the peeing.
Yeah, so it's kind of,
it's
less directly up, and it's starting to like come down a little bit, but it is a little water fountainy. It's funny.
Does he try to make a game out of it? 2 points for in the toilet?
No, not really. It's just
1 point for the floor.
When we're done with our intimate time, he is just like one of those like sleep, like he's like pee sleep kind of thing. So yeah, he's not.
It's actually very healthy for him to pee after sex.
Yep.
He's less likely to get a UTI that way.
Me too.
Yeah, or in women.
Yeah.
Yes,
guys.
Just in case everyone wants to know.
After you get done, fucking take a nice big piss.
Yeah, because the reason is the sexual body like functions like semen and.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
Can get in the urinary tract.
Yeah.
And the urine is
so you got to flush it out.
Flushes it out.
Anyway, that's the PSA for the day. We're gonna find a lucky dude to call.
Yes, and we're gonna ask him if he's ever had a UTI before.
All right.
No, we're not doing that.
We'll be right back.
Ask a guy. We need a man's opinion, so we'll ask a guy.
Hey, Carlos.
Hello.
Welcome to Crudimentary Questions.
Yeah.
Well, we were wondering, can you suppress an erection with your thoughts?
Can I suppress an erection?
With your
Yes.
thoughts alone.
Let's say you get an erection in in a not proper place,
Absolutely not.
and you need to get rid of it.
You can't.
Can't think about
Nope.
baseball or your mother or
Nope.
your mom playing baseball or.
If the urge is overwhelming, it has its own. It does its own thing.
It does-
I
okay.
can't control it.
So, like, when the blood is rushing into your member and you are, like, you think about your mom, do your thoughts just close that does your brain close those thoughts off and say,
Well, you
like,
have to
it doesn't
understand-
matter?
It's not only restricted to thoughts. Like, if it gets the right kind of friction going on,
Oh, right.
it doesn't even have to. I don't even have to think of anything. It just is like, hey, there's something happening down there that's not normal. I'm going to go ahead and stand at attention.
That is normal, though. Friction.
Now, so you can't get rid of it. Do you have a method of hiding the boner? Like,
Well-
is there a waistband situation or?
Oh yeah, there's the tuck. You tuck it into the waistband. It especially helps if you have a shirt that's long enough to cover both the pants, groin area, and the belly area. Gosh, I'm trying to think back because I know it's happened in middle school all the
Yes.
time.
I just realized that this is probably why most dudes don't wear crop tops.
Thankfully, it was during the grunge area when I was in middle school, so I had the flannel shirt that I could tie around
Oh.
to help cover with it.
Yes. So what would turn
there
you
was a-
on
there
in
were-
middle school then? Like, what would cause these middle school erections? You think? Just
Dude,
anything?
anything.
Yeah.
Freaking somebody stands up and recites the Declaration of Independence. I'm like, hey, that's good. That's
Four scores.
I feel in my
no, that's
freedom.
not the right.
Yeah. I like freedom so much, I salute it.
mm-hmm. I have the freedom to get an erection. That's how I
indeed,
felt about it.
indeed.
Probably.
Have you, Carlos, you have done musical theater, correct?
Oh yeah.
Have you ever gotten a boner on stage?
Ooh,
I have never gotten a boner on stage.
Oh, come on.
Not once.
that's amazing.
I've gotten plenty of boners backstage, but nothing on stage.
So maybe it's a thing where as soon as you're in front of a crowd, maybe it's like your penis gets stage fright.
So that's what you would do if you got an inappropriate boner. Just find a stage and get up on it, start singing like Les Miserables, and then it'll go away.
Uh-huh. I had a dream of no boner.
Yeah.
Something along those lines.
That's a perfect idea.
That is
right
great.
there.
Hey,
Well,
so next.
I always had a pre-show ritual where I would take piss before going on stage. So I don't know if that helped release the built-up tension, but
demon.
it would always get me in the right mindset before I went on stage.
That makes sense. And actually, we were just talking about how it was when Sandy's husband might pee after, like, while he has an erection, and it's
Like a fountain.
it's like a fountain. So, have you ever peed with an erection before?
Please, numerous times. There's many different methods. There's if you're trying to get it into the toilet, you can either plank on top of the toilet to get it in there.
Explain.
Explain. Yes.
Well, you remember planking. It was
But
all
that's
the rage, what,
laying
like 6 years ago?
flat down.
Yes. So it doesn't typically work in most bathrooms, but that is an option.
Okay.
You-
Are you okay? I'm picturing this. So your top of your body is draped like on the toilet tank,
Planking.
and
Wait, okay. So you're not. So planking, you kept your body rigid, but pee planking, you're more kind of like hugging the toilet with your erection pointing into the bowl area.
Gotcha.
So I'm imagining like a cool teacher sitting backwards on a chair.
Oh,
is that what that's like?
That's cool.
Cool teacher sitting backwards on a chair. Yes, except flip it about, what is that, 90 degrees?
Oh,
Okay.
so it's definitely more downward.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yes.
Got it.
That's a difficult one to pull off, but you don't have to worry about your aim so much. There's also a tea bag method where you kind of squat down, like you're facing the back of the toilet. You squat down and you push it down a little bit. The problem with that one is it restricts the flow. So you end up having to push a lot harder and longer than normal, and it's just uncomfortable.
Not good.
And
after you pee,
the best method, and this is going to give you some insight into guys, the best method is just to go in the shower.
Oh, well, of course. But I mean, that's
Just
not always.
Even if you're not taking a shower, I will still just go into the shower.
Oh my
do my
gosh.
business. Turn the water on for a little bit to wash it down. You're good to go.
But is it still going to go up? Are you risking getting piss in your face or anything like that?
Well, if you're a dumbass and don't point it down a little bit, yeah.
I think also, like, I don't think most guys have enough, like, firepower to, like, reach, like,
It's not
velocity
projectile urine.
won't actually hit their face. I think the bigger concern I have is that it just ends up on, like, your pants or your feet. But you gotta lean.
Well, we're pretty used to that. We're not really good with aiming. Yeah.
And you have a son. Have you talked to your son about erections at all?
Oh my
Not
God,
yet.
Jill.
No. He hasn't gotten them yet, so he hasn't questioned what they are. So we haven't broached that topic.
My mom, talked to me about stuff. Like.
Oh yeah, you have to.
You gotta have that talk eventually. Maybe your
I think
too young.
it happens whenever you really encounter it. Because I recall I didn't know anything about them until I saw a book in the library that was a joke book, and it was like lewd, rude, and boner jokes. And,
Yes.
I remember asking my mom, I was like, Mom, what's a boner? Like, really loud in the middle of the public library. She's like, shut up, Carlos.
That
and of
is
course,
awesome.
her saying that made me say it even more. So I was like, boner, Mom? What's a boner? Boner. Tell me what a boner is. We got out of there very quickly.
So did she ever explain it to you?
I can't recall if she did or did not.
She's like, son, when a boy and his penis love the friction of his jeans very, very much, sometimes it fills up with blood and you want to fuck stuff.
I mean, it is kind of a magical thing as you grow up and learn about it, because I remember that I could, and this is a little revealing about myself, but
Okay.
I thought I was magical because I could make my penis disappear inside of my testicles.
Oh.
And it just kind of like pull the sack up above and hide it, so it's just a large sack. And I was like, look, it's gone. And then all of a sudden, boop, there it is, and it pokes back out.
Wait, so you would do that while you had a boner?
No.
No.
When it was soft. When it was soft.
This was pre-boner.
But like
yeah.
this is like
Yeah.
it's almost like hide the turtle head or something kind of a game.
Exactly. I thought it was like a cool trick.
Next party.
We've talked about this, like drag queens tuck, their dicks into their like hidey spot back
There's a little
there.
pouch.
There's like
apparently.
a pouch. Well, that's where you can put your
they
balls.
go the opposite direction. So like I was pulling the sack up and like towards my belly button and around it to hide it, whereas they go the opposite direction and put it betwixt their legs.
Yes, they go
and
backwards
I guess
with it. Yeah.
and guess just like clench and walk at the same
No,
time.
they tape it.
They tape it. Yeah.
There's some tape involved there. Yeah.
Oh.
And yeah, I
Ouch.
know it doesn't sound very pleasant, and especially if they got a boner with all that happening.
I think
that
if
would
they
be
had a
really-
boner, they just would have to wait or like whack.
But-
Well, I would
it.
liken it to like when you have a Band-Aid on, you pull it off. That does not feel good.
No, it
No matter
doesn't.
how fast or slow you do it.
Yeah, especially and that's probably why they get rid of most of their body hair down there.
Yeah, that would help somewhat, but
Ugh.
foreskin is sensitive.
Well, I think they wear a gaff. I've heard this term called a gaff, and it's like underwear. So the tape isn't actually in contact with the skin. It's just in contact with fabric, I think.
Okay.
But I don't know.
Gotcha.
I don't know. I haven't looked down there or anything.
Kind of like a super tight Speedo.
Yes. It
I
just
love
like
how
hugs it.
A gaff sounds a bit like scaffolding, so it's like these great like holding up the massive package.
Well, Carlos, thank you so much for giving us this amazing insight to the erections and
Of you.
the tribulations of erections.
The trials and
The trials.
tribulations of erections.
You're very, very welcome. Anytime you need any of my erection selection, just let me know.
Hey, and you know, next time you have one, just like give us a little wink. If we're around.
A little one-eyed monster wink.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
And we'll all just like high five.
Awesome. All right, we love you, Carlos. Thanks again.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh my God. I think, what did I just say? I think I flirt with everyone we talk to.
You did definitely just ask our friend to show you his next boner.
No, I didn't say show you. I said wink at us if you get an erection. Like, who says that?
You meant him to wink the eye. I thought you meant for him to show us a little of like the urethra.
Oh, no, that's not what I meant by wink and eye. I meant like,
And then he said
give us a little.
He said the one-eyed monster.
Oh, he did say that.
Okay, I think all of us misunderstood each other.
Okay, just for the record, I do not want Carlos to whip out his erection next time he sees us. So I'm just putting that out in the universe.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I apologize, but anyway.
Well, it was a good story no matter what. It's a great story. And if it ever happens, guys, we are telling you about it on the podcast.
Oh, God, fire me already.
All right, well, thank you so much for listening to us talk about them boners.
Yeah. Check us out next week.
Yep. See you next week.